Have you ever looked at the moon and felt something was different? Maybe it doesn't seem as bright as it used to be. Many people notice this and start wondering, is the moon actually getting dimmer? Our stickman had the same question. So he decided to investigate. One night, he noticed thin clouds covering part of the sky. The moon looked weaker than usual. But on other nights, it looked brighter again. Something didn't add up. He started keeping notes and comparing different nights. A pattern slowly began to appear. The more he observed, the more curious he became. Was the moon changing, or was something else happening? He compared different moon appearances. Some looked bright and large, others looked faint. Then he discovered an important clue. The answer was not what he expected. The truth behind the moon's brightness is surprisingly interesting, and it changes the way we see the night sky. The first clue was the moon's phases. The moon does not look the same every night. During a full moon, almost the entire sunlit side faces Earth. That's why it appears so bright. But during a crescent moon, only a small part is illuminated. Naturally, it looks much dimmer. Another important factor is Earth's atmosphere. Even thin haze can reduce the moon's brightness. Dust, pollution, and moisture. As our stickman learned more, things started making sense. The moon itself wasn't changing much. Instead, the way sunlight reflects from the moon and travels through our atmosphere changes what we see. All the clues fit together perfectly. The mystery was slowly being solved. Now when he looked at the moon, he noticed details he had never seen before. But there was still one fascinating piece of the puzzle left to discover. There was one more thing our stickman discovered. The moon's distance from Earth changes slightly during its orbit. Sometimes the moon appears a little larger and brighter. Other times it appears slightly smaller. These changes are small, but careful observers can notice them. Finally, everything made sense. The moon itself wasn't losing its brightness. A clear atmosphere and a full moon can make it shine brilliantly. But haze, clouds, dust, and different moon phases can make it seem dimmer. Now our stickman understood the truth. The mystery was never about the moon changing. It was about how we observe it from Earth. Sometimes the answers to big questions are hidden in small details. So the next time the moon looks different, remember, the moon hasn't changed much, your view of it has. Our stickman compared all of his observations. The answer was becoming crystal clear. Every note pointed to the same conclusion. The moon was behaving normally. Then he noticed another factor, light pollution. Bright city lights can affect how we see the night sky. In darker places, the moon often appears more impressive and brighter. So our environment changes our perception more than we realize. The moon had been reflecting sunlight the whole time. The real differences came from conditions around us. After days of observing, the mystery was nearly solved. He was finally ready to share what he had learned. Looking at the moon now felt different. He understood the science behind the beauty. But there was one final lesson hidden in. After all his research, our stickman finally had the answer. The moon isn't becoming permanently dimmer. Its appearance changes because of its phases. Clouds, haze, dust, and pollution can also reduce its brightening. Even the moon's changing distance from Earth plays a small role. And light pollution can make the night sky look very different from place to place. The moon has been shining the same way for millions of years, reflecting sunlight back to Earth. This story teaches us something important. Sometimes what looks like a mystery is simply a matter of perspective. When we look closer and ask questions, we often discover surprising answers. Curiosity turns confusion into understanding. So the next time you look up at the moon and think it seems less bright, remember, the moon hasn't changed much, the conditions around you have. And sometimes, changing your perspective reveals the truth.